What kind of man insists strangers crash his dying mother's final hours? My uncle in his 50s genuinely believes anyone who smiles at him is a saint. When my grandmother was slipping away, he invited distant relatives she despised, ignoring her pleas. I raced to grab her wig to preserve her dignity, but those guests looted her perfume and cash. Yet he still defends them. Here's the twist. There's something he knows about them that'll shock you. Want to hear the real story? It's a wild ride of trust betrayal and a jaw-dropping secret that changes everything. Ever wonder what it's like to have a family member who sees the world through rose-colored glasses? No matter what, that's my uncle. Folks, let me paint you a picture of this lovable, if slightly clueless guy. My uncle, pushing 50, has a heart of gold and a knack for believing everyone's a saint just because they flash a grin or swap small talk. It's like he's living in a sitcom where every stranger's the guest star of the week. I'm telling you, his optimism is both endearing and, well, a little wild. Stick with me. You'll see why. So, here's the deal. My uncle's the kind of guy who'd trust a raccoon in a suit if it waved hello. Growing up, I'd watch him chat up everyone. Cashiers, neighbors, even that one shady guy selling designer watches from his trunk. "Oh, he's just down on his luck," he'd say, grinning like he'd cracked the code to human kindness. It's not that he's gullible exactly. It's more like he's got an unshakable faith in people. I'll admit, sometimes I envy that positivity. Who wouldn't want to see the world as one big, friendly barbecue? But, y'all, it's gotten him into some situations. Like, imagine him inviting total randos to family dinners because they seemed nice. Spoiler, not all of them brought dessert. Now, don't get me wrong, I love my uncle's vibe. It's like he's the human equivalent of a golden retriever, wagging his tail at everyone. But there was this one time his trust the world attitude took a turn that left us all scratching our heads. I'm chuckling just thinking about it, but it's a story for another day. Let's just say it involves some unexpected guests and a whole lot of family chaos. Sound familiar? I bet you've got an uncle or cousin like this too. Drop a comment and tell me about your family's quirky characters. I'd love to hear your stories. Ready for the full scoop on that wild moment? Hang tight, because it's a tale that'll make you laugh, sigh, and maybe double-check who you trust. Have you ever met someone who'd invite a random pizza guy to a family reunion just because he seemed chill? Buckle up, because I've got a story about my uncle that'll make you chuckle. Picture this, a super emotional moment, a family on edge, and one guy ready to turn it into a sitcom episode. My uncle's got this wild knack for trusting everyone. And oh boy, did it lead to some chaos one unforgettable day. Curious yet? Let's dive into this quirky tale. So, my grandmother was in her final hours. Tough moment, right? The whole family's trying to keep things calm, honoring her wishes. But here comes my uncle, bless his heart, deciding it's a perfect time to play host. He's convinced some distant relatives. Folks my grandma was exactly sending Christmas cards to had to be there. They have a right to know, he says, like he's announcing free tacos at a festival. I'm over here thinking, Uncle, now's not the time for your open-door policy. I mean, I love his enthusiasm. It's like he thinks life's one big group hug. Honestly, part of me admires how he sees the good in everyone, even if it's, let's say, misguided sometimes. Now, picture him pacing, phone in hand, ready to rally the cousins like it's a family talent show. My grandma, sharp as ever, had made it clear she wanted peace, not a parade. But my uncle, he's like a puppy with a new toy, unstoppable. I couldn't help but laugh later, thinking how he probably imagined this as his big, bring everyone together moment. We've all got that one relative who means well, but misses the memo, right? I'd love to hear about your family's funny mix-ups. Drop a comment and spill the tea. That day took a turn none of us expected, and it's a story I'll save for next time. Trust me, it's got heart, humor, and a twist that'll make you go, wait, what? Want to know how it all went down? Stay tuned, because this one's a doozy. Ever been caught in a family moment where everyone's got a different script for the same scene? Let me take you back to a day that felt like a comedy sketch gone rogue. It's got drama, heart, and my uncle stealing the show in the most unexpected way. Picture a hospital room, emotions running high, and me trying to play peacekeeper while my uncle's planning a reunion nobody asked for. Sound like a recipe for chaos? Oh, you're in for a treat. Let's unpack this. So, my grandma's in her final moments, and she's crystal clear. No extra guests, just family, please. But my uncle, with his heart bigger than a Texas barbecue, is tearing up, insisting these distant cousins need to be there. I'm like, whoa, uncle, let's not turn this into a block party. I jump in, channeling my inner lawyer, defending grandma's wishes like it's a courtroom drama. I mean, I'm no hero, but I'm thinking, let's keep this calm for her, right? Gotta say, I was proud of standing my ground. Felt like I was guarding her peace with a velvet rope. Meanwhile, my grandpa's over there, caught in the middle, scratching his head like he's solving a puzzle with missing pieces. He's mumbling. Well, maybe they should come, half agreeing with my uncle, half just confused. It's almost funny now, picturing him like a deer in headlights. And my uncle? He's full-on soap opera mode, tears and all, sticking to his everyone's invited vibe. I swear, it's like he thought love means saying yes to everyone. We've all got those moments where family makes us laugh and sigh at the same time, don't we? Tell me in the comments, what's the wildest thing your family's bickered over? This tug of war set the stage for something none of us saw coming. Want to know how we navigated that mess? Stick around. It's a story that'll tickle your funny bone, and maybe tug at your heartstrings too. Ever had to play superhero for your family while dodging a plot twist worthy of a rom-com? Let me whisk you into a day that started with a mad dash and ended with some eyebrow-raising surprises. Imagine me, racing against the clock to honor my grandma's wishes, only to stumble into a scene that could have been scripted by a prankster. Curious about how it all unfolded? Grab a snack. This one a roller coaster with heart and a few giggles. So, picture this. My grandma's in her final hours, and all she wants is to feel like herself, dignified and at peace. She'd mention her favorite wig, her secret weapon for confidence, so I volunteer to grab it. I'm tearing through town like I'm in a buddy comedy. Picture myself as the grand kid of the year. Skidding into her house, I snag that wig like it's the holy grail, thinking, mission accomplished. Honestly, I felt like I was channeling her strength. She was always such a class act. Moments like that make you realize how much you do for family, right? But here's where it gets wild. Back at the hospital, those distant relatives my uncle invited. Yep, the ones grandma wasn't exactly texting heart emojis to show up like they're crashing a potluck. I'm clutching the wig, trying to keep things serene, when I later hear they've been helping themselves to grandpa's stuff. We're talking cash, grandma's fancy perfumes, maybe even a stray knick-knack or two. It's like they mistook family visit for yard sale. I couldn't help but laugh later. Only my uncle would think these folks were here to sing Kumbaya. Ever had relatives pull a fast one like that? Drop a comment with your funniest family tales. I'm all ears. That wig mission was my win, but the chaos that followed? Oh, it's a story that keeps on giving. Want to know how we handled those sticky-fingered cousins? Stay tuned. It's got more twists than a summer blockbuster. Ever known someone who'd high-five a tornado and call a breeze? That's my uncle for you. And let me tell you, his story wraps up with a twist that's equal parts funny and head-scratching. Imagine a family moment where everyone's learning life lessons, except one guy who's still handing out gold stars to everybody. Wondering how this all lands? Stick with me for a tale that'll make you chuckle and maybe spark some deep thoughts. So, after all the chaos, think uninvited relatives treating my grandpa's house like a flea market. My uncle's still out here playing cheerleader for Team Everyone's Awesome. These cousins, bless their hearts, borrowed cash in grandma's prized perfumes like they were grabbing snacks at a buffet. Most folks would have raised an eyebrow, but not my uncle. He's all, they're good people, just misunderstood. I'm over here trying not to giggle, picturing him inviting them to Thanksgiving next. Gotta hand it to him. His optimism's like a superpower. Maybe not X-ray vision, but close. I'll confess, I kinda admire his unshakable vibe, even if it makes me want to hand him a reality check manual. Now me, I learned that sometimes reading the room is the real MVP move, especially in sensitive moments. My uncle's heart's in the right place, but his trust-o-meter's dialed to believe all humans. It's like he's starring in his own feel-good movie, and we're all the baffled audience. Still, I can't help but smile. Family's messy, right? We've all got that one person who marches to their own drum. Who's the eternal optimist in your crew? Drop a comment and share your stories. I bet you've got a jam. This chapter closed with my uncle still waving his pom-poms to those cousins. But there's more to this saga that'll surprise you. Curious about what happens next? Hang tight. It's a ride with more laughs and heart than you'd expect. This story is about my uncle, a guy who sees everyone as a friend, even when they crash grandma's final moments or swipe grandpa's stuff. From my frantic wig rescue to his unwavering trust in some shady cousins, it's a wild ride of heart and chaos. The takeaway? Listening to loved ones and reading the room can save a lot of heartache. Next time you're in a tricky family moment, pause and ask, what's really needed here? Share your own lessons below. What's a time you had to balance trust and caution? Let's keep learning from each other's stories.
Thanks for listening to my story. It's been a heavy one to share. I'm still figuring out what comes next, but having you here means a lot. If you connected with this, please hit that subscribe button for Life Reflections. I'd love to have you along for more real moments like this. Take care, everyone.